What's up, you guys? It's Christian with Prima Detailing, back again with another video for you guys. Today, specifically, what we're doing is detailing this Porsche. It's a 2024 Porsche 911, and we're just going to show you guys the exterior process, pretty much step by step, start to finish. Hope you guys enjoy. If you have questions, leave a comment down below. Yeah, we're gonna walk around real quick and just show you guys a couple spots that are kind of like the highlight areas that we want to pay attention to when we're cleaning. Things like here, things like down here, this is where rocks and different debris can kind of chip at the paint. So we want to get rid of that for sure. The wheels obviously are gonna be super dirty. This is a 2024 Porsche, so it's not gonna be incredibly dirty on the paint, but you can still see damages and bug guts and dust on here. So we'll be focusing on that as well, getting rid of all the bugs up front. And then once we're done washing everything and prepping it, we'll throw that 6-month wax sealant on it just to protect it after we've now washed it really well. Okay guys, so first thing we do for the exterior is we start with the wheels. You don't have to start with the wheels. A lot of detailers say that's like the first thing you gotta do, but it really doesn't matter. But just keep things in order. I'm gonna start with the wheels today. One of the most simple ways to do it, if the car's pretty clean, this is what I train all the guys on. This is kind of just a standard practice, and it's the most basic way to do it. Saves you a lot of time. Just go straight into throwing the wheel cleaner on there. And you could start with the wall and then work your way in and then get the barrel or the wheel well. I'm just getting through the spokes all the way to the back of the wheel, making sure I'm getting any brake dust that's built up on there.
Tell me about the tools you're using.
Yeah, every tool has a different purpose. These harder bristle ones are for the walls of the wheels because this stuff gets caked on with a lot of different dirt and grime that's harder to get off than most areas of the car. So you need a dedicated brush for that, and this one's really stiff. And then I have this softer one right here that personally I use for the spokes and the lug nuts, and also you can get in the barrel with this one. So it's kind of an all-purpose because it's so soft and malleable. So I use that for this area. You could also use just like a little detail brush for the spokes and the nuts. But this one has a lot of coverage, so. And then I'll get in here with the brush as well. That's it. And then you rinse it off. And you're just making sure that when you're pressure washing, you're getting into the spokes and behind the spokes, because customers will look. So make sure you guys are getting way in there and cleaning everything off. All right, we're just gonna do the bugs and the extra grimy areas of the car real quick and soak it with some APC or whatever stronger degreaser you guys have. Make sure it's not too strong to where it ruins the paint. It's just kind of a middle ground. You can have it really diluted to make sure it's safe. Check what your product dilution is. But all the bugs that we saw earlier, we're gonna just soak in this degreaser APC. And I'll get this lower half of the car too. That's where all the buildup is. They got PPF on here too, so we want to be careful around that when we're brushing or agitating, just so we don't take it off. I'm not gonna rinse that off. I'm just gonna let that sit, and I'm gonna throw the foam right on top of it, let that dwell for a minute, and then I'll rinse it off. You guys can see the water beating off of this. That's because it has a protection already on it. So you want to make sure before you go and do the car that you're using pH neutral soaps and not anything abrasive or too strong of a degreaser, otherwise it'll completely remove that protection. Today it doesn't matter because we're throwing our own protection on it anyways, but just something to think about. Next up, contact wash. So we've already rinsed the car of most of its debris. Now we're gonna go ahead and agitate the paint with a lubricated soap bucket. The way the 2-bucket method works is you basically get your soapy wash mitt and you agitate the paint. And you do that for a couple panels. This car's pretty clean, so I'll get a few panels done before I dip it back in there. But essentially you are using this other bucket to rinse off all that dirt. And there's a grit guard on the bottom that you scrape the mitt onto. And this bucket gets pretty dirty. And this bucket stays clean. And then anytime I go down to the lower parts of the car, especially if it's really dirty, if I hit the mitt down there, I want to flip it over to the other side, just so I'm not scratching any paint with dirt on the mitt. All right, so now Noah's gonna go ahead and finish the car off with our ceramic spray sealant. This is basically the drying process. It's the drying aid and also protection for the vehicle. So all you gotta do is spray the panels or the towel or both and start drying it down. It'll add protection and dry the vehicle really quickly. Oh, I wanna say something real quick. It's pretty important. But let's say we weren't in the shade. I would say don't spray the panels directly, just spray the towel. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Sick. No, I wasn't ready. No, I wasn't ready for that one. But the reason you don't want to spray it in the direct heat is because this stuff dries really quick and it'll leave spots on the paint that are a little bit harder to buff off. I mean, really, you could just spray it again and buff it off. It'll come off, but just to save time, just spray the towel if it's really hot out. At this point, you would either put tire shine on the car or your ceramic coating or buff the car, whatever your next service is. But as far as the basic exterior wash goes, that's our step-by-step. This is what I train all the guys on. This is what our reoccurring services get. And this is what our full detail gets. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was simple for you guys. And yeah, if you guys want to practice at home, let me know how it went in the comments down below. Peace out. I'm the Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady. Actually, Noah's the real Slim Shady with that hair he's got, right?